Hey everybody, welcome to my video blog. As you can see, I'm wearing a little name tag here. I just came from a real estate networking event hosted by the Austin Young Real Estate Professionals, also co-hosted by the sales team of Barton Place. It's a condominium development on the outskirts of downtown. It's a wonderful project. If you're interested in living downtown or around downtown, it's definitely a great project to be in. It's around the Barton Springs area. There's a lot of restaurants around there. The town lake trails around there. The parks. It's still around downtown, and there's plenty of green natural amenities around there. So it's a lovely development. And something that came up at the real estate networking event that I went to, especially since it was networked around Barton Place condominiums, is that FHA restrictions are going to be tighter on condominiums starting October 1st, which I heard maybe move to November 1st. There's going to be new restrictions regarding FHA financing. As you may or may not know, FHA loans have been very popular in recent times. They gave the opportunity for buyers to be eligible for loan products that they may not have been eligible for with other loan products. One of the great advantages of FHA loans are that you can put 3% down, and this opened up a lot of doors for buyers and gave them the opportunity to get into owning homes. But regardless, FHA financing is getting a little bit tighter, and these federal loans are going to affect eligibility towards condominium purchases. Here are the new requirements starting October 1st or November 1st, whatever they choose to do. One of the first things is if you're not living in the property and it's not a place of residence, you'll be ineligible for FHA loans. Another big FHA worry is noise. You'll be ineligible for FHA insurance if you're too close to a highway or a freeway or a military airbase or airport, and there's specific measurements like 1,000 feet away from the highway or 3,000 feet away from a railroad. And that's something that you're going to have to look into or make sure that the developer is mitigating these problems. FHA loans will also be restricted if the property has obstructive views or if it's next to a place that handles fire-prone materials. Also, if it's next to a landfill or a dump or anything like that. If a property has 25% of its base in commercial property, FHA loans will also be restricted to that type of property. So 10% of the property is owned by investors that happen to rent out units, so people can't buy these units with the FHA loan. In condominium buildings, HOA fees are due every month, and if 15% of the units are in HOA debt, you can't get a federal FHA loan. Another big requirement is that 50% of the units must be owner occupied or be intended to owner occupy for new developments. If the project happens to be in a wetland or a flood zone, no FHA loan there. And if you're familiar with warrantable condominium buildings, FHA had a list of condominium projects that were allowed to have FHA loans. Now that list has been cleared and you're going to have to get recertified to get on this list. And recertification is going to occur every 2 years with this process being in play. The reason these federal loans are harder to get is that they want to make sure that the consumers are protected and that they're in very healthy condominium projects. There's been a lot of condominium conversions and condominium development, and it goes along with the housing supply, and we want to make sure that everybody that's in a home is in a safe home and a home that's a good investment in the long run. With restrictions like this, it's definitely going to take a trained eye to get you into a nice, safe investment. I strongly advise you to work with a real estate professional. These FHA restrictions make it very difficult to purchase a condominium, If you work with someone that knows the buildings and the different complexes around town, it'll make the buying process that much smoother. I wish y'all the best of luck buying and selling this fall. Thanks for visiting.